Now, millions of your dollars being used on one group to help get Floridians out of Israel and back home. Weeks ago, Governor Ron DeSantis ordered the state to bring Floridians home, and Wink was the only station in Tampa when the first Florida flight from Israel landed. Since then, dozens of families have been reunited, but there's still questions about specifically where the money is going. And now Wink News reporter Michelle Alvarez joins us live. Michelle, has the state identified any groups helping Floridians get home?
Russ, state officials have offered little information on who's involved with helping Americans leave Israel amid the war with Hamas, besides identifying Project Dynamo, a Tampa-based nonprofit rescue group founded by military ex-personnel helping to run the mission.
There are reports that say emergency management officials have authorized nearly $50 million in taxpayer dollars to one contractor for open-ended charter flights since Governor Ron DeSantis ordered the state to bring Floridians home from Israel.
It's an extraordinary sum of money. I know there have been some problems with the flights themselves, people being stuck in Cyprus. But more important, I know that there hasn't been a lot of transparency on this from the governor's office.
I reached out to the Florida Department of Emergency Management, who said that number is closer to 19 million, and it continues to be refined as invoices come in.
And what other options were considered? Commercial flights, which would have been a lot cheaper. Were they considered? Were the best deals negotiated?
Michael Barfield is Director of Public Access Initiatives for the Florida Center for Government Accountability. He said state officials have offered little information about who's involved in helping Americans leave Israel amid the war with Hamas.
This is where access to public records in Florida informs the citizens and taxpayers who are funding this what they're spending their money on, who's getting it, how it's being spent.
It's unclear if all the money is going to the Israel evacuation or to DeSantis's controversial migrant flights too.
Well, that's another question of we don't know the answer to without access to these records.
The state has flown close to 700 Americans home, the governor's office said Tuesday. About 40 of the 270 passengers on the first flight from Tel Aviv to Tampa on October 15th were Floridians.
And this week, Collier County leaders approved providing law enforcement with extra resources to help keep people, schools, and places of worship safe against terrorism as a result of the Israel-Hamas war. A resolution was passed unanimously by the Collier County Commission. I'm reporting live, Michelle Alvarez, Wink News.